Alright guys, I'm freezing. My hands are so cold. So I just got something really strongly. Boy, the messages are like coming through super. This second part of messages are coming through strong. So it's like, I gotta get them out. I feel like I can't talk fast enough. Woo! Somebody could be a fast talker here. Somebody could be also really cold. Like, I'm freezing. My hands are ice. I thought about warming myself up before I started this video, but I'm like, no, I can't. I have to get this out. I have to get it out. There's like a rush to it, okay? Somebody has to say something. Scorpio or Scorpio cross-watcher. Unless it's reversed, you may want to say something, but here we go. Somebody here, like some sort of blockage, something that was like a road. It's not even a roadblock. It's like worse. I'm hearing worse than that. I see grout. Spirit's giving me a visual now of grout in a shower, and it's covering, okay, it's like, you know how sometimes grout starts to kind of wear and tear? This hasn't. Something has been like, it's almost like the spell has broken. Something has been blocking. I mean, like grout sealed in there has been keeping someone kind of in a fog from seeing the truth about a situation, from seeing the truth of people they were dealing with, a particular person they were dealing with, some sort of facade, like whatever. But it is, something's happened. You wouldn't know what this is, vice versa. If this is another person, they wouldn't know. Well, they will know. Somebody's about to know. Because someone here is like, a spell has been broken. Maybe an actual spell. Witchcraft has been broken. Maybe a spell of just, like a smear campaign. Like somebody's just seeing through it. Like they see through the bullshit and something's happened. Where it's karma, really. Karma has come back to hit people. Maybe even a group of people. A friend group of people. A particular individual. A company. Something. For their malicious behavior, their malicious intent, their cruel intentions, whatever it is, okay? And one in particular person here is like waking up. And not only are they waking up, they're waking up almost like they feel like they've had a hard time with it. Whatever has happened could have been a sequence of events. I'm hearing the unfortunate, I'm saying this wrong, the unfortunate events of Lemony Snicket's. If you guys haven't seen that movie, that's actually a great movie. There's a lot of spiritual messages in that. It's like the devil. No matter how many roads you turn or corners you turn, just always right there with a different suit on, shape-shifting, trying to trick you. You know, and maybe someone even feels tricked by a person, by people, by society, an environment, like something, you know? They found out something was exposed, something came to light, they realized something, they could have just had an awakening, you know, maybe they had a massive epiphany, and they're like, oh my God, and so they felt alone. They could even be kind of still experiencing this, feeling lonely. Maybe they, for some, this is not for everybody, but they could have been under the influence, not only under spell work, for some, but under the influence of drugs, alcohol, maybe another person they were dealing with was something. Could have been all the above. And now they've gotten sober, they've really changed their life, or maybe they've just sobered up mentally, spiritually, and realized that people they were dealing with was no good and wasn't trying to change their life. All they want to do is poke holes in everyone else's boat so that hopefully theirs floats better. And it's like, no, I don't want to be involved with these people. I don't want to be affiliated with this. They've realized something. Maybe they realized they could go down or get in trouble for some stuff by being affiliated with these people, a certain person. Guys, I don't know what it is, but it seems big. It's big enough that this person has experienced severe disappointment in especially one person. Like, wow, you know, I mean, they could have even been in a physical altercation, could have been some legal issues. If this has not happened, it's right around the corner. I mean, like in the next couple of, let's just say this, in the next short while, like I can feel it. So it's close. It's very close. And whoever this is like, they have a conscience. Like, they have a conscience. Even if it doesn't always appear that this person's had a conscience. I don't even know how you know them. Maybe you don't know them, but you're going to know them or something like that. I think you do know of this person, though. They're going to come to you and tell you everything. They're going to tell you everything. They're going to like just throw it on the table like a crawfish boil, like my whole family does in Louisiana. Just throws it on the table. We'll eat everything off the table. Don't matter. We'll have food on the ground. We don't give a shit, you know? If it crawls the ground and we can throw it in a pot, usually we eat it, especially like for some of us who like seafood, especially if it's seafood and it swims in the ocean or the lake or a creek or hell, a ditch, you know? No shit. But anyways, why am I getting off on that? It's like, maybe this person's going to ask to sit down for like lunch. I feel like I'm talking so fast. Like, I just have to get this out. I want to tell you, you know, it kind of gives me vibes of let's say somebody comes to you and it's just like an overload of information that they tell you. They're enlightening you on something. They're giving you, they may even come with receipts. They're giving you proof of some pretty damning information. Not about you, vice versa, but about another person who's maybe even went against you, done some things. Like this could, the situation could end up spanning out because maybe you take legal action against somebody. I don't know how this is going to go, but it feels serious. It just doesn't feel like you're going to be bothered by it. Like in the sense of it's going to hurt you. I feel like because in the end, you know you're going to fucking win. Not only that, but this person's on your side. They're completely on your side. And however, though, here's what I kind of feel. I feel like you may experience this emotion as in when this person approaches you with this information, you may inwardly be thinking, oh, thanks. So you knew about this whole time and you just now tell me. And are you just now telling me now because you finally got hurt by this person or these people? Like, why are you telling me this now? You want to side with me now? All the while you knew all this was going on and you just sat back and said nothing, like Fahrenheit 451. You just sit back and it's like, what is that saying? Is it Fahrenheit 451? I sat back. Let me pause the timer. Oh shit, hold on. I have to think about it. It's like, I said nothing. Yeah, hold on. I said nothing. I am one of the innocents. I said nothing. I am one of the innocents who could have spoken up and out when no one would listen to the guilty, but didn't, and thus became guilty myself. Fahrenheit 451. Sometimes I surprise myself with my mind. You know, you would think my mind would have left me a long time ago, all the shit I did to it, you know, for real. I think it's just a blessing. So we have a timer pause, guys. Let's go ahead and read this. It's coming in my mind. All right. I am one of the innocents who could have spoken up and out when no one would listen to the guilty. But I did not speak and thus became guilty myself. And when I finally set the structure to burn the books using the firemen, I grunted a few times and subsided, for there were no others grunting or yelling with me by then. Now it's too late. It's like something's gone too far. Something's been taken too far, and maybe too far is it had to happen to them for them to realize the importance of why they shouldn't have just sat by while it was happening to you. And I think you have every right, you know. I mean, I'm not saying don't forgive. I'm not saying anything on that. That's up to you, because I don't know how far somebody's taken something. I don't know what you're going to find out, but you're going to hear some shit, and it's going to be more than one thing and not good, you know. But I'm telling you, I don't feel like you have anything to worry about. Like, I feel like you already knew it, or you suspected, or you knew, like, you're not going to be surprised. You're not going to be surprised at fucking all. But I think the most disappointing part is why somebody just sat back and didn't say anything, didn't do anything. It's like, wow, like, it's going to be hard for you to have respect for this person, even though they're bringing the information to you now. I guess sometimes better late than never, but not always, you know? Not always. It's like you may feel like, why do you want to tell me now? Why do you care to tell me now? Because you're in trouble? Because you're scared you're going to get in trouble? Because they've hurt you now? Because now you finally realized the people you were dealing with or the person you were dealing with? Like, why? You know what? I think that there's no harm in you asking this person why and reading their energy, especially if you're in front of them. If you choose to meet up with them and you feel safe, however you know this person, to meet up with them, preferably in a public place. But I think that I would ask them. Probably, yeah. Why not? I would ask somebody here, whatever's coming to you, whatever information you find out. Let's say they send it in a message or in an email or something like that. You may then not want to reply any specifics to what they said. You may want to say, depending on how you feel and your comfortability, you may want to say, how about we have a sit down and talk about this in person? I feel more comfortable discussing this in person. That way, you can ask what you want to ask in person and read their energy through their eyes. I think that's always best, to look them dead in their eyes when you're going to ask whatever you're going to ask them, because you're going to know if they're telling you the truth. You're going to feel it. You're very in tune. Whoever's watching this video right now, unless this is you, I think somebody's probably genuine here, but you got to be careful, because people will fuck with you in this world. I mean, more people will fuck with you than not, actually. That's the real honest truth. And then people will try to, I've had so many situations in my life, you know. I've even had people try to be like relationships, try to be like, I want to get sober, I want to do this. I mean, go as far as go to fucking rehab, you know, and just, you know, or say, yeah, I've had spiritual awakenings, like just because they knew that that's what I was into, because I would believe it, because I wanted to believe it so badly, when really it's like, it was just a lie. It was just a facade. It was just something to reel me in and cast me back out. It was never true. It was complete deception and manipulation, because it was something that I would grab onto, and they knew it. So you have to read people, you know. But I think that's a strength of yours. So I don't know, guys. I don't know how you're gonna handle it, but you somebody wants like to start over. They want to know if they can turn a new page with you, open a new book with you, something about a new chapter. If you even want anything to do with them. If not, I'm hearing, I completely understand. I get it. It's like they feel bad, almost. Like somebody feels bad. But again, I feel the need to reiterate. Hell, maybe they have actually woken up, though, guys. Because sometimes people do have to be hurt themselves to realize the pain that you've gone through, right? To be humbled. To be humbled and realize, like, wow. It's happened to me on a personal level. I've had to be humbled several times where I'm like, oh, now I get it. Now I get it. I get it. You know, sometimes that happens. Unfortunately, that's like learning the hard way. I feel like somebody's learned somebody the hard way. They've learned the people they've been involved with the hard way. They've learned. And it hurts. And now they're imagining all the hurt you had to go through, and they kind of feel bad, you know? Not kind of. I feel like this person's cried over it. Like it's stabbed the fuck out of them, because they feel the loneliness that you felt. They felt the outcast that you were. You were outcast completely, probably from a whole group of people, friends, a company, just alienated. I'm also hearing annihilated. It's like somebody annihilated your character. They did something that would completely humiliate you, rip you to shreds, rip your reputation to shreds, dismember you spiritually. I mean, all but physically kill you. They wanted to maybe even make you want to kill yourself, you know, and that's some real shit. People would love that, because they think that you're the problem. They feel like, oh, you've whatever the reason, you know, maybe you denied somebody, maybe you walked away from people and you got in their ego and it hurt them, and so they're like, well, you want to hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you, and I'm gonna hurt you to the point where there's no coming back for you. But what do? You come back every time, stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. You know, one message I got for you, was it the last one I got for you guys when I had the dream? Was that the last one? Where I dreamt of a woman. Now that probably wasn't even an actual story for anybody having to sleep in a restaurant, but I always get a message out of it, right? It was just the idea of, I think it was the single parent here. It didn't have to be a mom, but I strongly picked up on single moms being just fucking shit on constantly. And I'm not getting into that again because it makes me cry. You see, that was the message. It's like really fucking strong here, and it's still coming in today. It makes me angry. Like, I feel less sad today than I did during that message. I feel more angry, you know, and I feel like that's the point here. I feel like somebody wants to fight for you. They want to defend you because they understand what it's like to have nobody defending them. They understand what it's like to feel lonely. They understand what it's like to have nothing, to have what they thought was something and then it's ripped away completely. Maybe they even understand the pain that you've had to go through with a child or children of yours and feeling completely alone. Like, people even wanted to take like the one thing that did matter to you the most, your fucking child, your children. They wanted to make sure that was ripped apart from you in some fucking way, or that you were just looked upon as somebody who wasn't good enough, or you didn't have enough, or you could never amount to anything. And it's like, God, what nasty fucking people, just broken on the inside, want you broken too. Someone's gonna do the right thing. I didn't even resume this. What time are we at? Oh, I went over, so we're good. We got what we needed. For some of you, whoever's going to resonate with this, prepare for someone to, I want to say, do the right thing. The spell is broken. The grout is broke down. It's like somebody going in. I see somebody going into like a bathroom and remodeling it. Just remodeling a restroom. Maybe you go somewhere and you see a restroom is being worked on. Maybe you're working on your own restroom. I don't know why a restroom. Could be a building, but some sort of bricks or grout falling apart, or tiles. That's very important. Pay attention to that. It's a sign that this is coming true. It's coming to fruition. And it's taken long enough it feels, you know. But that's not the point. It's the matter of it's coming around now, and finally, it's like you're finally being vindicated. All right, guys, I love you so much. I guess it does pay off eventually for you to keep going and stay strong, even if, boy, you just don't fucking know how you're going to do it sometimes. And almost you may even be a little bit annoyed. Like, don't even bring that shit to me. I don't even care anymore. Keep that fucking shit away from me, out of my aura, out of my auric field, out of everything. I don't even want to think about it. I worked so hard to get to the place I'm at now mentally and emotionally. Every fucking day is a challenge for me. Like, don't even bring that shit to me. If it's not going to uplift me, you know what I mean? Then why are you bringing it to me? I don't even care. Some of you may handle it that way where you're like, I wish this, you may even be mad at this person for approaching you. Like, why did I need to know any of that? Unless it's something that you could take to like court and get, you know what I mean? Fight for yourself, like be able to finally. Because everything most of these people have been doing have been behind the scenes or magically because they can get away with it that way. But it's coming out into the light. All right, love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.